So yeah, the story is that me and my brother was living. I'm from Transcarpathia, and me and my brother was living in Mukachev region, and we was buying, renovating, and selling houses. Like we buy, we renovate it, and sell for other people. This is like it's Carpathian Mountains. It's very touristic place, so a lot of people want to buy there a house. And one of those houses, we find that 90 liters of beverage. We didn't know that it is Kontabas. But before that, I was working in a company that was distributing elite alcohol. So we have a lot of degustations, a lot of tasting. So I understand what is elite alcohol. And when I tried it, I was very surprised that very unique, very tasty beverage. And later we understand that it was Kontabas. We find a recipe notebook.
Yeah, we found a notebook where was the recipe of Kontabas, and after that we started researching starting searching for more information about Kontabas in archives and different sources, and we found that it was actually an ancient Ukrainian drink that was lost in 1930s due to Holodomor and due to communist repression against Ukrainian culture, and everything that was connected with Ukrainian culture was destroyed in that period. So we actually found that it was like Asian 16th century drink that was popular on Ukrainian territory.
So my family is like belongs to ancient Ukrainian lineage. So even my grandfather in 18th century was an Ottoman of Ukraine, and my family always raised me like a true Ukrainian. And I took part in 2 revolutions in Ukraine, and also I took part in the Russian-Ukrainian war to defending Ukraine as a volunteer. So for me, it's very important to show people, even in Ukraine and all over the world, that Ukraine always has historical Ukrainian ancient ancient beverage. And the target for me was every Ukrainian must taste it, and everyone in the world must know that we have our own Ukrainian beverage. It's a first step to show that suppression of Ukrainian culture is finished, and now we can raise our Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian beverage, Ukrainian traditions, because beverage is also as a tradition.
Yeah, it's a part of culture.
Yes.
1 liter of Kontabas, it's required 500 milliliters of blackcurrant buds. It's buds. I want to notice that it's buds and not berries. And to harvest 1 liter of blackcurrant buds, it's required 1 hectare of blackcurrant field, several people, several hours, and as you mentioned, only few days a year. It's available when the buds are in the perfect condition for us to use it to make Kontabas from it. So and after that we the production continues. We have to age Kontabas with blackcurrant buds for 4 to 6 weeks.
And to give you an idea of the cost of blackcurrant buds, blackcurrant buds are twice as expensive as the starting price of caviar. So it's very expensive. Yeah,
there is no open market for blackcurrant buds, so you cannot freely buy them, like Google and buy them. So and after that, after 4 to 6 weeks aged with blackcurrant buds, we age Kontabas for 4 to 7 months without blackcurrant buds, and after that we do cold filtration with -15 Celsius, and after that only Kontabas can be bottled. And after bottling, as longer Kontabas stays in bottle, the better it becomes.
Yeah, as wine, like wine. Yeah, so since 2018, sorry, we connected a lot of people that have their own blackcurrant fields, and we buy from them this blackcurrant buds. Someone sell us 10 liters, some 12 liters, as many as he can. Then we freeze them in refrigerator. So once a year we buy them, then we freeze them in refrigerator, and as we need it, we take it from refrigerator and use it in a production. Now we are connecting with people talking about that they buy their own refrigerators, so our production is so we can buy it year round. But now, we have our refrigerators, and we put it in our refrigerators.
And year after year, the base of people that we are buying from is getting bigger and bigger. And we have one big dream that Ukraine will be covered with blackcurrant fields, as, for example, France is covered with vineyards. And because in Ukraine, it's the perfect conditions for this culture, for blackcurrant buds, for blackcurrant bushes, We are seeing a growing interest, and that's why year to year our base of people who sell us blackcurrant buds is getting bigger and bigger. Because when we were starting it, for example, on the beginning of COVID, it was like people didn't know anything about Kontabas and about blackcurrant buds, and they were even thinking that we are buying blackcurrant buds for to make some medicine. And now the situation is changing, and the people are getting know what Kontabas is, and that they can do a business with us by growing blackcurrant buds and selling them to us.
But we still have no market, so it's not open market.
They are like the word of mouth that people who grow blackcurrant bushes are telling to their colleagues, and like that. Yeah, so actually we have crafted production. Like we have not a lot of workers. We are a small production, but still we have strict rules that we follow. And for us, it's important that the taste of Kontabas is as it was like that first that we found. Like we do our best to make the taste sustainable, and that from batch to batch it's the same as it was founded by us. The first Kontabas.
We have a lot of people that in our social medias write that they remember that their grandfathers make such drinks, and they said, yes, it's true, it's making like this, and you need a lot of blackcurrant buds. Yeah, we have some mentions, but I didn't speak with people who tried it before, because it was the last time that we was find the Kontabas is writing somewhere is 1913 in a book, in a recipe book. There is a beverage Kontabas and how it makes and so on.
Russia has suppressed everything Ukrainian for years, and we were a colony of Russian Empire for 300 years, and they were destroying everything that was connected with Ukrainian culture, and as well beverages, because beverages are as well a part of a culture. So, and that's why the world usually by mistake associate Russian culture and Russian beverages such as vodka with Ukraine. But our mission is to show to the world that Ukraine has its own culture, has its own traditions, has its own beverages, and one of them is Kontabas, and it's really unique, and it has unique flavor. It has nothing to have with vodka or with any other drinks. And usually the most common feedback that we are getting from people from abroad that are tasting Kontabas, the first is they are telling that it's nothing else they have ever tasted before. Like it has really this unique taste.
Yeah, we have two taste degustation now in Ireland. It was like street degustation, like our workers just came on the street to people and give them to try Kontabas. So they all said it's really unique. It's not like something else. It's and it's have their own, how it says, own character.
Yeah, and when we participated in some beverage conferences, and we had our stand, and different visitors came to us to degustate Kontabas. Usually, they think that it's like cognac or maybe it's like whiskey, but it has nothing to do with whiskey or cognac or vodka. Like it has really this unique flavor because of blackcurrant buds. It is not getting this flavor from the wood or some else ingredients, but this blackcurrant buds that are giving the main tasting note to it. As well, we took a part in international competitions, and we got 2 silver medals on San Francisco Spirit competition in US. So we actually got 2 silver medals on US Spirit competitions.
To be honest, it's very difficult to explain to people who didn't taste it, because Kontabas is very rich beverage due to high content of buds. You have very, very rich oily, like mix of oily buds, extremely concentrated drink. So it's something mix, something like spiciness, bitterness, or sweetness. It's all over like mix of all of that. And every sip is different. So you drink first sip, it can be spices. The next sip, it's bitterness, and the last 3/3 or 4th is sweety. Became sweety. It's okay. Changing like all the time. So yeah, it's very, very difficult, very, very unique drink, and for sure everyone must taste it, because it's hard to say what is really describe it.
Flavor contains some berry notes, some fruit notes like green apple, as well black pepper. Someone was telling us that dark chocolate as well. So different notes like. That gives this unique taste.
No, it's not simple. The taste is not simple. They have very good flowerness. That's why a lot of restaurants makes cocktails, their own cocktails, because it has a blackcurrant flowerness, and you can make unique cocktails. One restaurant even changed all in Ukraine, here in Kyiv, changed all their cocktails, like where it was whiskey, they changed it based on whiskey. They changed it to based on Kontabas, and a lot of people coming and tasting it and like it. So yeah, it can be cocktail.
We recommend to start to get to know Kontabas from the neat, like just clear Kontabas, authentical taste, just to understand it, and after that to taste it in cocktails.
The biggest challenge we have still now, it's blackcurrant buds, because you just can't buy it on a market or on a shop or Google it and buy it. Maybe in France there are some companies that sell blackcurrant buds, but they start selling from 400 euros per liter. So in this price, if we make a production of Kontabas in France, the bottle could cost about 500 or 800 euros for bottle. So that's why people who maybe watch this show and watch this podcast might understand that the product that might cost in France about 800 euros, you can buy for 50 euro.
And another significant challenge that we are facing is, of course, production during Russian-Ukrainian war, because we had few situations when our producers of our bottles, of our labels, were hit with missiles, and the production was stopped. So we could not get our bottles and labels, but still we found the solutions. But of course, it was a challenge. So working during war is
a big challenge.
Yeah, a big challenge. But we are doing our best.
To be honest, after returning from the war, it was the military community who helped me with it. They post about Kontabas in their social media. They speaking about also a lot of people, a lot of veterans buy Kontabas to try it, and that was the start of our journey. Military community, that was people that helped me very much with this,
because they have like strong conscious about Ukrainian culture, and that's why they understand the importance of reviving Ukrainian culture. Because if there will be no Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian food, Ukrainian recipes, Ukrainian beverages, there will no be Ukraine there. So, and they are fighting for it. So that's why they like helped us and found Kontabas so important as well. First of all, it's Ukraine. Like, we want people in the world to associate the first thing when someone asks, what drink do you associate with Ukraine? It's Kontabas. So it's the first point. Yeah. So we want to show the world that Ukraine has beverages and drinks that are not worse than cognacs or whiskey or any other spirits. Like, it has unique character and it has unique history. And we want Kontabas to represent Ukraine on a spirit stage in the world.
This is Ukraine. And when you drink, for example, cognac, you think about France. That is French. When you
Cha-cha, you drink, you think about Georgia,
and so on. So yeah, the main thing it's understand what did people, Ukrainians, drink in 18th century. So when we want to understand the culture, we must understand what they drink, what they eat, what they talk about, what they dance, and so on. So this is a part of big culture. Imagine a drink that makes from ingredients twice expensive as caviar. Yeah, so it's really elite drink. It's good. And the second, what can we help with? You know that a lot of after the starting of war, a lot of Ukrainian came to US, came to Canada, came to all over the world. So everywhere we have our people, and everywhere people want to buy the Ukrainian drink, national drink. So 100% that you will find people who wants to buy it. Yeah, we have starting to experimenting with our Kontabas. We aged Kontabas in oak barrels. So we have Kontabas oak now, like modern Kontabas. Also, the last was Kontabas honey. So we made it on a honey. So also very interesting. Our drink is already available in the European Union, so we can send it by post all over worldwide. Who wants want to drink it, to degustate it, to taste it, we can send it already. We do some tasting, 1 or 2 in a year. We make big degustations, and
and as well we have plans to do it abroad. So if you are a representative of someone who want us to have a degustation in your country, we will be happy to come and to show you Kontabas and to show
Supply.
and supply and to make a degustation.